hope that my iPad doesn't go like flying because the wind has just been like winding, as you can see. Y'all are just gonna have to bear with me with like the stabilization of that today, because I don't know what else to tell you. At least we're outside. Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Anise, and welcome to the Auspicious Apothecary, your home for rest, reflections, realignment, and we do a lot of that through intuitive readings as well. So I'm glad you're here. Today we are going to do a tarot reading, and it's going to be like a quick one, just like a general what you need to know right now, just any balance to get you on a path of realignment with your highest self and with your own auspicious nature. And we're gonna have 3 different stickers that you can actually choose from, so I want you to choose based on the sticker that you are drawn to the most, okay? So we're just gonna like randomly choose. All right, so group 1, Group 1, we have this sticker here that says life begins at the end of your comfort zone. Love that. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. Okay, now that's group 1. Group 2, positive mind, positive vibes, positive life. All right, and then lastly with group 3, inspire. That's a beautiful sticker, inspire, and like the leaves kind of like sprouting from the inside of it. Okay, so those are your groups. Whichever one you are drawn to the most, if you need additional time to choose, then take that time if you need it. And without further ado, we are going to jump into my group 1. Okay. Group 1, if you have chosen this sticker, then this reading is going to be for you. And let's first get a nervous system regulation card, just to see what you may need to know for regulating your nervous system today, okay? I'm already getting like slowing down. That's like the energy that I'm already getting, is like a need to slow down. And you have wash over. So with that need to slow down, the reason that I said that is because it was feeling like a lot of like chaotic and stressful energy. And with that chaos and stress, you actually, and I've said this before, but like when your nervous system is like, oh my gosh, like just ping-ponging and kind of just like everywhere, you can't receive everything that you need to receive from the divine, okay? You are blocked essentially, and so with the need to slow down, maybe you've been having a lot of chaotic energy that just needs to wash away. I think for my first midweek reset maybe like a couple months ago or so now, we had like the activity of when you take a shower, allowing that water to, because water is programmable, so allowing that water to just like cover you and wash away any like negative feelings. It's beautiful outside. What's also coming to mind is like the clouds. So the sun keeps playing like a peekaboo game with behind like the clouds, and like if it wants to come out, if it doesn't want to come out, and it's like allowing these feelings that may be a little stressful to just come and go. Just come and go, because you're just essentially just being blocked. So that is the first card that I have for you. Be honest about your emotions with yourself as well right now. There's like a small little blue speck at the top of the card, and that small blue speck, it's like, am I gonna say something? Am I not gonna say something? So just kind of like keep that in mind. Be honest with yourself and be honest with others around you. All right, let's see. We're going to go into the Yogic Path Oracle and to see what you may need to know from this deck as well. Let's see, just get one card for what you may need now. Yeah, okay. So this card, it may look a little scary, okay? I understand that. But we do have Chinnamasta. And on this card, you actually got it in the reversal position. And the way that I take that, so with this, it's like you're literally severing ties with ways and things that are not serving you. And right now I'm feeling like it is those emotions. So maybe you've been feeling like very blue, or like lots of energy, lots of like air energy, lots of wind energy, lots of thoughts swirling around in your mind. And it might even be like a need when it comes to like severing these emotions and allowing things to kind of like wash over and like roll off of your back. I'm really getting like there's maybe like a very particular scenario that just keeps running in your mind. And because it's actually something that's not beneficial for you to bring into this new year. Like I'm thinking about the Lunar New Year, the new moon that just took place, all of those lunations, Ramadan starting, I'm thinking about Lent starting. Like it's supposed to be a space of new beginnings, but there's a situation that is like continuously ruminating in your mind that is preventing you from moving forward in the way that is best and beneficial for you. So you need to sever it. I'm like the water thing, like when you are in the shower, and I'm going to tell you this because I absolutely love this particular like activity to do. But yeah, getting in the shower and telling that water, you know, like I wash away, like while you're in the shower, I wash away all emotions negative that do not serve me. I only charge my body and welcome positivity and love. And oh my gosh, okay, so you had this sticker of like getting out of your comfort zone. Life begins, we're talking about new beginnings, right? But we're holding on to energy that does not serve us and needs to like be let go of. So with you getting out of your comfort zone, it could be like you getting out of your comfort zone with a particular situation of like, maybe you're not good. Maybe you have not been the best with like setting boundaries. Maybe you're still holding on to something because you don't want to set that boundary and sever these ties. Maybe you think you're too fucking nice. I don't know. But it's like stepping out of your comfort zone in that way to like really just clear away any stagnant energy. I'm also getting lavender oil. Lavender essential oil is going to protect you against spiritual attack, psychic spiritual attack. And then I think it's chamomile that will cleanse your aura as well. But just like protecting your energy and yourself like at this time. But like by you, it's actually something that's not, it's not that it's simple, because I feel like it's not that it's something that's like, it's seemingly simple, but it's also possibly something that's just been like deeply rooted and ingrained of like not sticking up for yourself or allowing certain energies to still surround you. But honestly, the energy that's also like surrounding you, it's kind of like it's a dark energy that's like kind of like taking over and just ruminating in your mind. We need to sever that. We need to let that go. Let's see what else comes out. We're going to go in with the Herbcrafter's Tarot. I feel like, there's so much more that I feel like is to be uncovered. And it's like your mind, it's so loud with distraction. It's like the wind, the loud cars that are then coming by. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what else we need. Yeah. It's creating instability in your life when you're trying to actually build something up right now. Like you can't even, and it is community oriented. It is like somebody in your life. Like, this is, I don't like this energy. I'm not going to hold you. I actually don't like this, because I want you to be on a path of alignment, and that's why we're here, to like uncover these blockages. Okay, so the first card you got, and I didn't even mean, like, this isn't I was only supposed to pull one from each deck, but like more of these actually came out, which is why we're just gonna like roll with it. But I have the Four of Earth with Willow. Okay, and with this first card that came out, you got it in the reversal position. Now, the Four of Earth is similar to the Four of Pentacles. Four is going to be a number of foundation and stability. Earth is going to be like material things, like the physical world, essentially. And so because it came out in that way, it's like whatever the situation or the person or like the lack of boundaries, whatever that is right now, is literally preventing you from creating a healthy foundation to bring in the physical manifestations that you're trying to bring into your life right now. It's having like the opposite effect of what you want. And this person, this situation, whatever it is, it needs to skididdle fucking daddle, okay? It gots to go, all right? And the reason that I also say it's like, I feel like it's a person, like community oriented. It's something in that way, because we had the Six of Earth, which is, which we have Pine here. And this also came out in the reversal position. Okay. And excuse me, with six being like also a number of like community. And I feel like it's like a physical community, like even with it being like an earth card right now, it's not even just, it's like the earth card, the pentacles, the physical, the here. It's not I don't know, it's not like a situation that can't be seen. I feel like it's literally a person. Okay. So a truck just went past and it said quality without something. And I can't remember exactly what quality without, but it was like the direction on there. It was like southeastern or whatever. And what I got was like, this person is like guiding you in the wrong direction. They're not good for you. They're guiding you in the wrong direction. The quality that they bring into your life is not a quality that you want in your life, and it's not conducive to where you're trying to go. Okay. And then a bus went past that equaled 5, which is like transformation. So it's like you're trying to go in one direction, right? Because the buses were the truck and the bus were going in opposite directions. So it's like you're trying to go in one direction. Them being a part of your life is taking you in a different direction. Like literally just knocking you all off course and off center. Okay. Now back to like this Pine card. 6, community. Even like on here, you see like all of these different envelopes, right? You see the different envelopes, and a fire even in the background. A ritual that you can do to remove things that don't serve you. Keep this in mind for a full moon ritual as well, since that's the energy that surrounds a full moon. But anytime you're like wanting to just like release something that may not be beneficial for you, you can do a ritual safely, okay? Safely. A fire ritual where you are just like burning, like you can write something down on a piece of paper, let that stuff out, write out whatever you need to get out, whatever's clouding your mind, whatever's just like super loud in your mind, and then you can burn it, and it's just like getting rid of it. So I want to like keep that in mind. But then the last tarot card that you got, we have Damiana, which is the curandera of fire. However, this card also came out in the reversal position. And I am going to, like, all else aside, like on this card, I am taking this this triangle that's being made with like, it's reminding me of like chemistry. So you could have an alchemical transformation right now where like you are literally alchemizing your life in whatever way that you are wanting to alchemize it. The reason I say that is because in chemistry, this symbol is like, it's the delta symbol for change. Yeah, it's the delta symbol for change. So with it coming out in this reversal position, it's like, don't alchemize your life in a different direction that you don't want it to be in. Like, this person, I don't know, man, this person's got to go. There's just something that's holding you down. And I feel like it's also like being too, maybe you're somebody, like, trust me, I get it. I would be somebody that would just like be too nice or whatever, and would not like set boundaries for myself. I would not speak up for myself and to say the things that I've been wanting to say, because it's like out of my comfort zone. Like, I had been so used to keeping my mouth shut. I had been so used to allowing people to just say whatever they wanted to me and to treat me however they wanted. And I've had to break out of that. Like, yeah, I've had to break out of that. So be loud about how you feel. Maybe not like literally loud, but like be loud and proud about your feelings and honest with yourself, because it feels like it's just like the more this person or situation continues to like be around you, the more you start to lose your own voice and truth, because it's like drowned out by all of that nonsense. Okay. All right. And let's get a crystal that could be beneficial for you at this time. Yeah. So we have blue calcite. I'll show you that in a second. We have blue calcite that says act on your dreams. Thank you. All right. So we have blue calcite with act on your dreams. And it says, who needs it? People who stare up at the ceiling, worrying about the future at 3 a.m. Again, this person, these thoughts, it's like it's completely clouding you to where, like, you know, clouds are supposed to be like, oh, dreamy. You can't even have the dreamy because it's such a negative energy that's like surrounding your mind. And yeah, so when to use it, when stress is the enemy, because freaking out is not a prerequisite for accomplishment. Deadlines aren't death sentences. Stress will extinguish your creativity and crush your dreams if you let it. Literally, that like situation, it's like stressing you out, again, taking you in one direction when you're trying to go into a different direction. It's literally taking you away from your dreams. Like, I don't know how else to emphasize it, and I feel like I'm just going to be a broken record. But you have to paint the canvas of like your life, how you want it to be. And if you are not allowing yourself to like sever these ties, I honestly don't know how else to like, I can't emphasize it anymore. I really can't. Yeah. So call on the calming, focused energy of blue calcite to remind you to put stress in its place, far away from the joy of the process and the delight of dreaming big, because your dreams are meant to come into fruition. You are meant to fulfill these things for yourself that you keep seeing. You're meant to fulfill it. Okay, now, wind. All right, so the next crystal we have is garnet. I love me some garnet. Okay, I love me some garnet. It's actually one of the first crystals that I ever got was garnet, and okay, so who needs it? Writers who aren't writing, painters who aren't painting. Ooh, you know what I just got? Okay, so remember how I said, like, you have to create this canvas. Like, you have to paint the canvas how you want, right? So we have writers who aren't writing, painters who aren't painting. What just went past, which it's like, you need to make your dreams like as solid as cement. You need to put certain things into action. That way you can like, yeah, make this, it's like cemented, you know? I also want to tell you that like the vision that you do have for yourself, the direction that the direction that you are trying to go, that you are wanting to go, it's kind of like it's almost like it's set in stone, but don't allow, ooh, it's like it's almost like it's set in stone, but what I'm also getting, what I'm also getting is that, like, again, I feel like I'm a broken record, but, like, again, this person, it's like it could go either way. Okay, it could go either way. Because it's like it could be something that's set in stone if you get rid of this person. Because it's kind of like they're freezing you. It's like they're it's like a halt. I don't know. I don't even know if that makes sense. So I'm just going to move on. So yeah, it says get into your depth. Get into your depth of what you want. Being honest with yourself. Being honest with others. I'm going to grab a card. This is from the We're Not Really Strangers Self-Love deck, but we are going to just, like, there are a mix of cards in here. We could have a present moment reflection. We could have a past reflection, or one that corresponds to your future. So let's see what comes out with this now. That's insane. Sorry. Okay, so we have level 3, right? And it says, what are you freeing yourself from? I am gonna leave it there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else. I guess it could be, you have to think about that. Are you freeing yourself from the situation that's keeping you stuck? Or are you freeing yourself from the abundance with which you are, like, the vision that you actually do see for yourself, that you are wanting? I don't know, man. That's for you to figure out. So you figure it out. I'm just here as a messenger. So that is all, my wonderful group number ones. I hope that this resonated with you in some way, shape, or form. I am sending you so much love always. Feel free to, if this resonated with you, like, comment, subscribe. I would love to engage with you in the comments, so definitely, like, do that if you feel called to do so. And then if you also feel called to follow me on other platforms, my Instagram, my personal Instagram is going to be Auspicious Anise. My personal YouTube is the same thing. And then I am back on TikTok. I have the Auspicious Apothecary as well as Star Spice 3. So I will make sure to put all of that in the description below. But otherwise, I'm sending you so much love, and I will talk to you so very soon. Mwah. Toodaloo. Hello, my lovely group 2s. If you have chosen this positive mind, positive vibes, and positive life sticker, this reading is for you. How are you guys doing? I'm feeling, like, very on the up and up with this. This reading in particular. Yeah. How are you guys? How are you? Are you feeling sunshiny? Are you feeling open today? I am going to go in with the Your Wise Animal Body Oracle deck first, so that way we can see what you may need to know in order to just regulate your nervous system and move towards your own auspicious nature. So let's see what we have here. What message comes out for you today, my beautiful group 2s. Group 2, always all about balance, okay? 2s are always about balance, balancing of the scales. So we actually have this void card. Every time I see this void card, I think about the endless possibilities within the ether. And maybe you've been thinking about that too, like dreaming big, as we are in this new Lunar New Year, the year of the fire horse, as we are you know, like the start of many things. We had the new moon, the Lunar New Year. We also have Ramadan and Lent that's starting, like just a lot of new beginnings in general for everyone. And so maybe for you in particular, there is just the thought of, like, the vastness of the the universe and what you are able to call into your life right now. I'm seeing like all these clouds. Now, granted, the clouds have been out, okay? The sun keeps peeking in and out and deciding like what exactly it wants to do today. But it's just like even there, like that duality, and then behind all of the clouds and the sun, we have infinite stars in the galaxy. And so that's kind of what I'm getting here already. In keeping up, these are actually, the colors are the colors are similar. Like the colors are kind of similar on here, like a little sprinkle of, you know, like the colorful elements or words. But yeah, within the void, there's so much that we can take from it. And I feel like you are thinking about that yourself as well right now. So let's go in with this. Ooh, okay, so something I want to say, because also nervous system regulation, right? So a way that you can also regulate your nervous system and to keep in mind just like the infinite possibilities that are there for you, stargaze. If you have the ability to, I would definitely say to stargaze, and, you know, get outside in general, because when we are inside, we have a ceiling above us. And when we have a ceiling above us, we are not able to see the infinite possibilities of the world. It's like we literally have this literal and figurative ceiling over our heads that does not allow us to see what else there is out there. And so if you're ever feeling, you know, finding yourself in like a limited sort of mindset in any way, shape, or form, getting out, looking at everything around you. Like, it doesn't even have to be looking up at the sky and looking up at the stars and the clouds, but it could literally just be like looking around you and seeing like, wow, there is so much divinity in everything. Like everything is alive. We are here, we are alive. And just like rejoicing in that, you know, seeing how people are driving past or someone's walking, you know, their dog or whatever the case is, and everyone has their own individual lives. And I also want to say, like, sometimes we can forget that. Sometimes we can forget that everyone has their own things that they are going through. So spreading kindness and like giving grace to others. And when you give grace to others, you are able to attract more grace in your life as well. That's not to say let everything slide without speaking up. It's just like, again, positive mind, positive vibes, positive life, like keeping that in mind for yourself. Look at the sun, like just like coming out, okay? All right, so I love that. I love that. Let's see what else we have here. This is going to be the Yogic Path Oracle. See what's here for you. You actually have two that want to come out. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Stop the madness, okay? All right. So, the first card we have is this Parvati card. This Parvati card, oh my gosh, about like love and devotion, and it's also like partnership, but partnership I'm feeling not necessarily, maybe for some of you with others, but also yes, actually for some of you with others, you know. And I'm going to tell you, this card, both of the cards actually came out in the reverse position, and I'm going to tell you why. With this card in particular, because I'm kind of getting that partnership sort of vibe, you are not able to like meet the people that you are supposed to meet if you are stuck in the house all the time. Get out, allow your gift, allow yourself to be like, just beam, like allow yourself to beam, okay? Allow yourself like to know that yes, the possibilities for yourself are limitless. They're truly, truly limitless. Maybe for some of you, you would have recently left a job, or you are wanting to move into a new endeavor and you're kind of like, I don't really know if that's something that's possible for me. It's been brewing in your mind, right? So those opportunities, the things that you're trying to call in, you don't have a way to call them in if you're sitting in the freaking house all day. You don't have a way to call them in if you're not allowing yourself to go out and meet people, to be able to move and to move in the direction that you need to be seen. To be seen. Like, honestly, you need to be seen. So that's what I'm getting there. And like take yourself on like a on like more solo dates. If you haven't read The Artist's Way and gone through The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, go through that. I'm currently in the process of doing that right now as well. But it's like, take yourself on that artist date, which you'll learn more about like later, but take yourself on that date, take yourself on solo dates, be in partnership with yourself, start loving yourself, start finding hobbies that align with you, that you actually want to do. And maybe you don't necessarily know what that is yet, and that's okay. However, it's just about like, even if you don't know, go try something. Try something. Have an open mind. Be open with yourself and allow yourself to kind of like be in like a, I don't want to say like a kid-like energy. I am. And the reason I'm going to say that is because for whatever reason, there is this like the cutest freaking, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get a picture of that. Hold on. I actually might be able to. I love that so much. I'm going to insert a picture of that. The reason I'm going to say like that kid sort of like childlike feeling is because that hot dog stand just reminds me of like going to like a carnival or a fair or being out in the city. I'm thinking also like the city of like New York. Maybe that's relevant to some of you. I don't know. But just like going out and like getting a hot dog and just like being free and just, I don't know, that's just the energy that gives me. Okay. And so also you received Brahma. Okay. Now Brahma, you see how it's like in this solar plexus area and in this like, it's like solar plexus, sacral chakra, even like the heart is there as well. Like the way that orb is just like circulating here. This also, again, came out in the reverse position. But number one, I feel like there are pearls of wisdom that you may be ignoring. Don't discount your experiences. Don't discount what you have learned previously, what you know, maybe any activities that you enjoyed as a kid and you're like, that's childish. I don't know if I can do that again. Like, I don't know if that's something that I want to do, or what if people judge me? What if I don't like it anymore? You don't know unless you try. And like, who cares about what anybody else has to think? Honestly, I'm out here in the middle of a freaking field recording myself doing tarot. Like, who cares? But yeah, and the reason I say that is because there are these like pearls that are like at the top. But brewing up here, that those possibilities, there's also something inside of you that's like yearning for an experience that you can take yourself out to do. And I guarantee you, when you take yourself out to do that and you become in partnership with yourself, you can actually start to attract the partnership and the possibilities that you are seeking. So keep that in mind, because again, this came out in the reversal position. So just allowing yourself to experience that and to do that and to try new things. Okay, try new things. Connect your mind, your body, and your soul as well. Try to have an activity that allows you to do that allows you to encompass all of these areas of yourself to where you genuinely do feel fulfilled. Yeah, and the reason I also say that is because of the three different heads that are like looking in those different directions. It's like the joining of the soul. So yeah, that's what I get. That's what I get for you. All right, now let's go in with the tarot portion of the reading and see what you may need. Yeah, positive, like you got the card, positive mind, positive vibes, positive life. Go do those things that allow you to feel that feeling, that allow you to feel it, that allow you to feel that liberated, wonderful feeling that you may be looking for. Oh, that came out fast. Wow. Yeah, so we have the Four of Fire, Elder. Also, with this Elder, because I'm thinking like a literal elder, like, because remember we had like that wisdom, the pearl, like the pearls of wisdom at the top of that card. And with the four, it's the Four of Fire. So 4, stability, fire, we have creativity. I'm thinking like childlike creativity and passion as well. Oh my gosh, I don't have the deck anymore, but I had a different deck. I think it was like the mythical goddess tarot, possibly. I can't remember exactly, but I remember like I'm seeing like this it's like this beautiful tiny little being with a bunch of fire like around it, and it's like like just creativity. I think it was an oracle deck. I can't remember. Anyways, so back to what I was saying with this elder. It's like, okay, I think that the elder is you. I think there is a need to join who you are now with maybe who you once were, in the sense of those childlike desires and enjoyments. Like, there is really a need to have childlike play and creativity. I played in the snow. Like, one of my friends texted me and was like, hey, do you want to go play in the snow, when we had a crap ton of snow here? And I was like, play in the snow? It took me aback for a second, because I haven't heard anybody ask me in a very long time, like, do you want to go outside and play? Hell yeah. So then I also invited one of my other friends, and then we were all together playing in the snow. Had a grand time. It was cold as heck though. But yeah, it's like, allow yourself to be free in that. And with this 4, that stability, that's going to actually provide you the stability that maybe you're even looking for right now. I think that the only thing that you're missing, like, maybe you are doing a lot of stuff right now, but like, the only thing I feel like you're really missing is play. So play, okay? Go outside, and also, like, there's a lot happening at the moment. Okay, so also, everything on this card, it's like a little bit of everything, you know? There's a little bit of everything on here, and it's like, what the heck are you doing? Like, what exactly are you making? You may not know. Have no idea. There's yarn, there's thread, there's pillows, there's berries, there's beads, it's like, you should go out and find a hobby, like, experiment with things. Experiment with what your inner child really looks for and enjoys. Yeah, that's what I get. I don't even think there's another, like, tarot card that is meant at that moment, or else it would have come out. And I would have felt it. So now we're going to go in with a crystal that's beneficial for you. Okay, so let's see what crystal. Okay, so the first one we have is this lapis lazuli. Okay, lapis lazuli, it says, oh my gosh, who needs it? Anyone who uses the phrase, in a past life, I'm totally convinced I was a blank. And at the bottom, it says, ascend your rightful throne. You really need to, like, connect with your inner child right now. And it's like, both your inner child and you are actually yearning for a connection, to come into union with one another, to really, like, step into your full power and expression of self. It's great to be an adult and, like, have this new, like, life for yourself, and, like, this is how this is going, and that blah 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 blah. I get that. That's great. I'm so glad that you have expanded and you have evolved into this being now, but do not forget who you once were, that actually brings you joy and fulfillment and, like, abundance inside. Like, I want you to feel the abundance, and I also want you to think about, what does that abundance even feel like for you? Okay? And then we also have quartz. Now, this quartz card, so quartz, anyone who needs it. I see rock hounds. So if you have a lot of crystals, this can be beneficial for you. And then also Geminis. And so even with the Geminis, like, I'm thinking, like, oh, I have one side of me, I have this now version of me, and I have this past version of me. How can this be joined? How can we balance the scales, even though the scales are technically Libra, but how can we, like, balance these two sides, these two seemingly opposing sides? Because it's like, people are shamed for, you know, wanting to embrace their inner child. I love to be around people who are embracing their inner child. I love to be around people who are just, like, playful and, you know, all the things, but can also be serious at times as well, you know? Like, there needs to be a balance, and these two things can coexist at the same time. And so that's what I get there. And it also says enhance your vision. So like I was just saying about thinking about, like, what does that abundance even feel like? Really think about the vision that you have for yourself, or, like, what exactly you want for yourself, and try to feel it within you, because that emotion is going to drive you to continue to move in that direction. So yeah, that is what I have for you. Let's get a reflection card. That is what I have for you. Let's get a reflection card. Actually, that's weird. So you actually don't have a reflection card. The reflection card is actually going to come from this ancient Buddhist text. I have these cards here with ancient Buddhist principles and text on them. So let's see. All right. So you have who ranks as the highest, one who has no thought of good and bad, and one who has great strength. There was like a dirt bike or a motorcycle or something going by. I don't know. But like I was saying, it says who ranks as the highest, one who has no thought of good and bad, one who has great strength and courage. And I feel like, you know, how people can say like your higher self, like that higher version of yourself. Again, it just feels like the need to have like a balance between you, like not even a balance. It's really just like being able to merge yourself, like, and also your past is not something that's always bad. There are pieces of you that are meant to still come with you in this next chapter and season of your life. And I want you to move in that with strength and with courage, and maybe getting outside. Like I said, maybe that's not something that's maybe, you know, like normal for you. Maybe you don't really take yourself out on these dates. Maybe like for me, I was very overwhelmed. Lots of social anxiety being out in places, but honestly, the more I just like do it, the more, and like have courage to just do it, the more I start to feel more comfortable, because I also realize, girl, ain't nobody paying attention to you. And if they are, they're like, oh my gosh, like cool, like what are you doing? And then people will come up to me and ask me like if I'm doing readings and stuff. And I've had people ask me like, can I get a reading? And then, you know, kind of like building up like that way to those infinite possibilities and the vision that I even have for myself. So I hope that you were able to receive something from this reading, my beautiful group number 2s, which also, that's crazy. I'm also remembering that you are group 2. And with group 2, again, remember I was talking about the balancing of the scales, but it's also like that emergence of yourself, that past version of you and that future version of you. So, or present version. So that's all I have. I will talk to you so very soon. Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me to read for you today. If you feel called to do so, please like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to talk and like engage with you in the comments if I am able to do so. So definitely do that. And if you are interested or feel called to do so, my personal Instagram is going to be Auspicious Anise. My personal YouTube is also Auspicious Anise. And then I also have 2 TikToks. One of them is going to be the Auspicious Apothecary, just like this channel here. And then another one is going to be Star Spice 3. But all of that will be listed in the description box down below. I'm sending you so much love, but continue to move in your alignment, and I will talk to you soon. Mwah. Toodaloo. Hello, my wonderful group 3s. If you have chosen this Inspire sticker, then this is going to be your reading for today. And honestly, I'm feeling very inspired. In fact, I actually needed to take a quick break before starting your reading. And yeah, so I needed to take a quick break before starting your reading, and I am also going to take that as like, in order for you to receive inspiration moving forward, you need to give your mind a break. Like, inspiration may come to you, okay, this is what I'm getting, and it will fit perfectly. Like, I don't even know how, yeah, anyways, so what I am getting already is maybe you're somebody who, maybe you work a lot, or let's say, for example, when I would be in the kind of like corporate clinical research world, I would oftentimes feel guilty for taking breaks for myself. I would feel guilty anytime it felt like I was not doing anything, because it felt like I wasn't doing anything, like I need to be doing something. So you need to have that rest. Yeah, you need to have rest periods, because otherwise you're so clouded that you are not receiving any inspiration because you're constantly working on something. You can't expect newness to come in when you're constantly working on something, okay? So that's what I want to say. And also with it even being this like sprouting kind of plant energy, right? I'm going to also say that like rest allows you to grow. You need to like, you can't constantly be messing with the plants that you're trying to grow into water and to get to sprout, because it's like that constant manipulation. It's like, girl, leave me alone. Like I need time. I need time to incubate. I need time to sit. And that's what I'm also gathering for you as well with this group 3. And also 3 is a number of like harmony. So like mind, body, soul. Okay. You need to tend to that vessel that you have. All right. Wow. All of that from a sticker. Okay. All right, so let's see. We're going to go in first with our Your Wise Animal Body Oracle deck. I will say, because at the time I'm filming your reading, people are kind of like getting off of work, starting to like move around, do their after work activities. And so maybe you need to do that as well, and to stop working for a bit and go do the activities that, you know, actually recharge you. It's not normal to do the same things every single day and not take care of yourself. Like I was with a friend yesterday in the city, and we were watching everybody get off of work, and you know, it was kind of like, you know, everyone's just, okay, bye, see you later, I'll see you tomorrow. And it's like, I really hope that people, when they go home, are doing their best to take care of themselves. So that's the message that I have for you already. Further confirmation, because there's lots of beeps, lots of horns going on around right now, okay? So let's see what nervous system regulation, especially because we're talking about regulating your nervous system, what you may need at this time. Wow. Okay. We're going to go through this together, okay? So you have one that can actually be done right now. This is the vagal breath, all right? So we are going to be inhaling for 6 seconds, we're going to inhale for 5, hold for 7, exhale. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm trying to read this. We are going to inhale. Let's do this. Inhale for 5, hold for 5. Exhale for 7, hold for 7. And then we're going to like go in that breath. We'll do 2 rounds. And then if it feels like we need to do 3, then we'll do 3. All right. So find yourself in a very comfortable position. You may close your eyes if that is comfortable for you. Do whatever is comfortable for you, or you can keep a soft gaze wherever you're at. There may be a lot of maybe mental chatter, maybe even like physical external chatter, external noise, internal noise. And what this exercise is actually going to do is to kind of practice slowing yourself down even amongst the chaos, finding your calm amidst the storm, if you will. So I want you to, we're gonna breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. So breathe in for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. and allow your breathing to return to normal. There's no right way to do things, is what I get. On this card, there is very well a chance that the card was intended for you to inhale for 5, hold for 7, exhale for 5, and hold for 7. However, we did something different, obviously. And so with that, there is no, like when I say to get out and, practice some self-care, if you will, there's no right or wrong way for you to do that. It's just whatever is relaxing to your body. Like the whole thing is like you need to nurture yourself in order for you to grow, in order for you to receive more ideas. You have to nurture yourself in that way. Okay? So whatever allows you to truly nurture yourself. You could be going on a walk. You could be playing a video game. You could be watching a basketball game. You could be grabbing a coffee. You could be scrolling on your phone. Like probably not too much, but if that allows your brain to kind of like have a reset, if you're consistently working, then maybe that's just what you may need to do, so find what works for you. I will say though, I would still limit the time that you are having with digital devices and things, like still try to get outside if it is safe and you're able to do so. Let's see what your yogic path oracle card is. I'm getting like resetting your nervous system, maybe again lots of internal noise or like noise from work or whatever, but just hearing like everyday sounds outside, city sounds, country sounds, nature sounds, mundane sounds that you typically wouldn't pay attention to, that can help reset your nervous system as well. And you may even get inspired by what you see and what you hear. Like for me, I love doing my readings outside. I love doing meditations and stuff outside because nature, someone told me this actually. One of my, I had a teacher that told me this, that I don't just like hear nature and like the sounds, but like I feel nature. I receive intuitive insights from my surroundings that aid me in my reading, that aid me in my own, what I may need to know. Okay, so something to keep in mind there. And let's just see, I'm told to flip this. Okay, it's weird. And see what comes out for you. Jesus. sorry. Okay, so you got, it's just, okay, so the reason I said that is because it just like further emphasized what I was just saying. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like what? So you have Muladhara, which is the root chakra, and you actually ended up getting this in the reverse position, which is why I reacted the way that I did. I apologize, friend. But it's just like, ground yourself. Do something that allows you to feel rooted and grounded, like where you are, being in nature, hearing the nature, like what regrounds you? Because I promise you, hearing, like constantly working, that's just not good. It's not good. I have this analogy. I no longer believe in like the grind set, like the grind mindset and mentality, because with that, if you think of like a peppercorn grinder, and I say this all the time, but if like you think of a peppercorn grinder, you are grinding that pepper into its finest piece. You have a whole peppercorn and you are grinding it into its finest piece. that's like when you say, oh, I have like a grind mentality, that's literally what you're doing, is you're grinding yourself into the smallest piece that there possibly is of you. And it's just like, it's depleting you, your mind, your body, your soul. It will take a toll on you physically, because you're grinding yourself physically. Then you're more susceptible to illness. It's like you're sending yourself into an early grave. Don't do that. So find the things that allow you to reset, to ground. I would also say, before you go to work, don't just get up in the morning and like, I used to do this when I worked remote. I would like, because I worked remote, it was like, oh, okay, I can just wake up at this time and then, roll over and start work. Don't do that. Please, God, don't do that. It's like, that's terrible, because you don't have time for yourself. You're not grounding yourself. You're just throwing yourself into your work first thing in the morning. So try to, just do an activity, and it doesn't even have to be something big and grandiose. It's just something that allows you to take flight into your day in the best way possible, without sending yourself into utter chaos. Because how you start your day, not saying that's how you'll finish it, but it definitely kind of sets a tone, and you don't want to have to work harder than you need to get yourself out of a negative headspace because of how the day started. So that's what I'm going to say for you. Okay. And then let's see. And also any breath, like if you're at work, you can do maybe like box breathing, where you're breathing in for 4 seconds, holding for 4, exhaling for 4, and then holding for another 4, and repeating that. It's something that's like it's inconspicuous. Like people don't really know like what you're doing. You could just be doing that silently to yourself to allow yourself to feel regrounded. I'm going to tell you this, and this is another thing I say all the time. The times that you feel like you can't breathe and that like you're just so stressed out, those are the times that you need to take a beat and to breathe the most. Like those are the times that you need to. And maybe that's been an ongoing thing in your mind of like, oh my gosh, like I have so much to do. Like I'm so stressed. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to blah, 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 blah. And it's like, relax. Okay. Calm down. Take a beat. Go allow yourself to breathe, because you are like overwatering yourself. But it's weird because it's also like you're depleting yourself at the same time. You know what it is? You're watering a different plant when you need to be watering yourself. Hello. And with the plant talk, we're going to go into the Herbcrafter's Tarot to see what tarot card you have and need to hear at this moment in time. Oh my gosh. Anything else? Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So, first card we have is this 9 of Air with the pomegranate. This is further telling me about this rooting energy, this grounding energy, this pomegranate, the pomegranate seeds. Also pomegranate, it's also reminding me of like something being like super abundant. But the thing is, you can't have that abundance unless you do ground yourself. Okay. What is that? Long Walk by Jill Scott? That just came to mind. Isn't it Long Walk? Hold on. I know I'm not tripping. A long 456 right now. It's 4:56. Into the horizon. A long walk. Yeah. I'm going to take a long walk to recalibrate for yourself, okay? And I say that because there's like this path that's like away from the house. This path that's away from the house, getting out of the house maybe to do that, like I said. The next card that you have is this 2 of Air with Chicory. I got a card earlier today that had like scent and like flowers on them, and this is reminding me of like stopping and smelling the roses, like being in nature, like being able to revel in the divinity of nature. I actually have a poem. I guess I didn't mean to call it a poem, but like, excuse me, it came out yesterday and I just wrote it all down, and it kind of sounds poem adjacent. I'm not a poet. That is my brother. I am not a poet, but yeah, my brother and my dad, actually, both poets. But yeah, it's like stopping and smelling the roses, like just the mundane things again that you wouldn't normally pay attention to. you're going to be able to pay attention to these things, like getting out and paying attention to them. Okay. And the last thing I have is this Hermit card with the number 9. And with this card, you actually got it in the reverse position. So like, you see how there's this flame, this candle in the middle, and it's just like surrounded by this wreath? Yeah, in the reverse position, it's telling you you need to get out from inside of this bubble that you're constantly surrounding yourself with. There's so much happening in this wreath. Like, it's just like, there's so much busyness. There's so many other components within this wreath. And it's like, oh my God, I need to get away. I need to break away from like all of this like chaos that's like swirling around me. Don't be afraid to tell people like, hey, I'm going off the grid today. Like, I just need time to myself. And that's okay. Like, that's okay. The people that love you, the people that care about you, they're going to understand. There's a cement truck right here, so I don't even know if you can hear it. However, this is confirmation that like the people that love you and care about you, they're going to understand. Like, those relationships, they're cemented, okay? They're solid. You don't have to worry about like, oh my gosh, but like, what if even anybody in your life, period. It's like, anybody who's meant to be in your life, those relationships are going to stay solid, and they are meant to be in your life. Do not be, and your job, oh my God, the job is going to be there tomorrow. You clock out at 5 o'clock, baby, you better leave at 5 o'clock. You better go do something else. Don't bring that shit home. Don't bring work home. If you work from home, you need to create a boundary. Create a boundary for yourself. I used to literally still be working because I worked from home. It's like, oh, I'm still, it started to feel like my home space was consistently my office. Fuck. Like, I hated that shit. Like, it was just like my home space was consistently my office. So being able to like get out, and like, even if you do work from home, go work somewhere else. That way your home can still remain your sanctuary. Okay. Confirmation. Yeah. All right. So let's see like what crystal we have for you. That could be beneficial. You could pick up the crystal. If you don't have the crystal, you can still embody the energy of it. Wow. So the first one we have, I'm going to see if there's anything else first. Okay, thank you. Okay, so the first one we have is this meteorite. All right, so we have this meteorite, and it says, connect to your star stuff. Hello. Connect to your star stuff. So I think that with that, keeping that in mind, and hi. But yeah, so keeping that in mind and being able to connect with what is actually going to make you feel fulfilled inside, fulfilled wherever you are like needing to go. There's like so much distraction. Like, I don't know how to describe it. But yeah, connecting to your star stuff and like knowing that like you can shine and you are bright, like wherever you are. So, oh, hold on. I'm back. Okay, so slight interruption, but like honestly the most divine interruption. And I'm gonna weave that into your card as well, because when you are also going out and allowing yourself to just like be free and like, okay, I'm gonna leave work where work is, and I'm going to do what I want to do, to reset, to recharge. Even like right now, I haven't talked to any of my friends almost all day. I've talked to maybe 2 people today, and that's it. Like, everyone is still waiting on a text message from me. Not that they're like waiting, but like I haven't responded to people yet because I'm taking this time for myself. And I will say, I need to get better with telling people, hey, I'm going off the grid. However, again, the people that love me and are meant to be in my life are going to understand. And so with that in mind, you have this meteorite, right? So when you, at the bottom, it says connect to your star stuff. So when you are going out, right, say you've been wanting to try something, I don't know, you're just being actually, and you connect to your star stuff, to like who you really are inside and regrounding yourself in who you are, then and getting, again, outside of the house, to also allow because remember, there's a candle in the middle of this, so also allowing yourself to shine, because you do need to shine. You don't need to like be depleted because of work. I don't know, this is just a very like working energy, like work. No, slow down. Slow down. Connect to who you are, like who you are outside of your job, outside of school, you know? So that's what I get there. Now, the other crystal that you got is this Herkimer diamond, okay? And also with the interaction that had just taken place, why I had to like pause your reading for a moment, is because someone had actually come up to me because they were seeing me do cards or doing a reading. Did I mention New York in this group? I have no idea, but I mentioned New York in one of the groups, and in fact the person had actually just told me something like how I gave energy as though I was out in New York right now, and I'm like, okay, period. And then also like on this card, it says the Herkimer diamond is found in New York's Mohawk Valley. The clarity in two naturally faceted ends, i.e. double termination of Herkimers earned them their diamond moniker. That's a lot. I'm not even gonna hold you. I don't even really know what that means for real. I don't know. All I got from that was New York. So like, maybe you need to take a trip. Maybe the trip isn't necessarily to New York, but maybe it's somewhere that maybe you've been wanting to go and you need a fucking vacation, okay? Even if it's a staycation somewhere, but you need to do something, all right? And allow yourself to really be free and shine as the bright, beautiful star that you are. Do not let anyone or anything, I always say that, never let anyone or anything dim your light. 333. Yeah, and that anything is also a job, or it's also school, and anything else that's like just like, oh my gosh, bogging you down. I gotta write this paper, I gotta read this book, I gotta read this paper, I have to get X amount of clients or X amount of patients done. Like, please save us, spare yourself, please. Okay, anyways. At the bottom it says to power wash your energy. Again, work is work. You are you have a life outside of that, okay? Maybe some of you are even like parents, I'm getting, like maybe some of you, maybe if you're not a parent to a literal human child, you may have pet, like dog kids, cat kids, parrot kids, I don't know. You take care of something else other than, and maybe you even take care of your family, I don't know, whatever that looks like for you, but like you are still your own individual unique spirit and being outside of that. So what are you going to do to reground yourself and bring yourself back in? 444. Okay, so that is what I have for you here, because you need to nurture yourself if you are gonna want to grow. You need to nurture yourself if you want to receive inspiration. Where to go next? Oh my god, your vacation, like, okay, so we talked about like the rest, right? But I'm also getting that like your vacation, your staycation, your time away is so incredibly needed for this group in particular, for that mind, body, soul connection, and for you to have inspiration. There's inspiration that will be sparked. The sun has not peaked out this entire time for as long as I can remember, actually, like, and the street lights have come on. I see twinkling lights about, like lights on buildings. I'm seeing the sun, a glimmer of the sun start to peek out, and that right there is the light bulb, the inspiration that's coming in, okay? My goodness gracious, I love that for you. You need rest, babe. You need rest. You need something that fulfills you, like whatever rest looks like for you. Now, I actually have a mixture of both the Buddhist, the ancient Buddhist texts, and the We're Not Really Strangers, self-love, and I feel like I couldn't choose between either one. I just picked up the deck and they were mixed together. So let's see what you may have and need from, that's a lot, you guys. Like, that was almost too much. What you may need right now. Okay. So, oh, that is a lot. There's 3 of them here. So Take what fits, leave the rest. And they're kind of long too. So, wow. All right. So the first one you have is, it is not how you look to the world that matters, but how you act. You see how the sun is coming out? You see how the sun is magically coming out? It wasn't coming out before. Now it's magically here. It's magically here. Okay? It's not how you look to the world that matters, but how you act. It actually doesn't matter if your boss thinks that you are like so phenomenal at your job because you keep giving 110%. But you acting in this 110% is depleting you. You realize that, right? Okay. Observe your practice and rid yourself of desire. What comes to mind is like, oh my gosh, I need to work really, really hard in order to make money. Do you know that if you were actually to relinquish that control and trust in the divine, to trust in God, your creator, to bring that in, to trust in yourself, actually, that would flow into your life with ease. It would flow into your life with ease. Like, so, oh my gosh, I have to do this in order to make money. Like, you have to trust. Like, that's what's keeping people. It kept me, I'm going to say it kept me in like this loop of like, oh my gosh, working for other people, working really, really hard, all of that. It just kept me on a hamster wheel. Damaged. Okay? Okay, so, yeah. So once you do that, you will then become the highest version of yourself. I'm also getting like highest in terms of like how you're planting and how you're blooming, able to bloom to new heights for yourself. Yeah. All right. Now the next one you have, it is better to spend time with the wise and enlightened rather than fools. Let me tell you something. I interviewed at a job. I thought I wanted to have a cute little part-time job. Anyways, I love to ask people questions. Like in leadership, I asked them questions, and I asked this one lady, I said, what are your 3 like values? Now this was a customer service job. Her first value that she told me was customer service. She struggled to come up with the other 2 values, and honestly, I don't even remember what she did come up with. I just remember customer service was number 1. And so I'm telling you, like, I say all of that to say, your job is not everything. It's not. Please do not grow older and still think that this job, this whatever's like bogging you down right now, is literally the end all be all of your entire life, to where it's literally ingrained in you that this is of the utmost importance and you don't think of anything else. And I say that because it's one thing to have a value within a job of customer service. It's another to then have the answer still be your like job related when asked, okay, well, outside of, you know, your job or outside of this company, what like would those values, or what would those values be? Like, would they still be the same, or, you know, not? And for it to still be customer service and it still be job related, baby, you don't have a life outside of that. Please don't be like that. That's how people get stuck in like that hamster wheel of like, if you want to work for other people, cool. You do what you want to do. For me right now, I'm either working for myself or there's only one. When I say one, I literally mean one place that I would want to work at right now. So, yeah. So when it's like spend time with the wise and enlightened, spend time with other people who are, you know, living their life outside of work, living their life outside of school, and having a balance for themselves, rather than fools who really think that this is the end all be all, because what is the quote? It's like, you are the average of the 5 people that you hang out with the most. Baby, if you at work all the time, I promise you it starts to merge. I say that as someone who has watched, like, I've watched that happen to me. I've watched that happen when I worked in academia. I watched that happen when I worked in research. When I worked in clinical. I watched that happen when I worked in the damn hospitality service industry. Listen, you gotta have a break outside of that. That's all I'm gonna say. And also, both of those cards, actually, so this one was the highest, right? Now this one says happiness at the bottom. How can you achieve happiness when all that you're freaking surrounded by is work? If you really love your job, cool. But do not let your job define you. Please, porfa, I beg you, okay? Now, the last card you have, I love this, actually. There is no stairway to the sky, no hiding place for fools and their desires. There is no stairway to the sky. You know what, like, for me, when I think about that, I'm thinking about how, like, the sky isn't the limit. Like, Tyler, the Creator, he says, like, this guy, in one of his songs, Run It Up, okay? Featuring Tizo Touchdown, I think. The sky isn't the limit. The sky is just what we stand on. The sky is just what you stand on, babe. And also, if you feel like you're climbing a corporate ladder, I want you to really think about if that's what you want to do. If that's what you want to do, by all means, continue to do it, but find a balance for yourself, okay? And if you don't want to climb a corporate ladder, what else could you be doing outside of work that could actually bring you closer to what you actually want? Because again, the sky is not the limit. It is what you stand on. Therefore, anything that you are wanting to grasp, it's able to be grasped. You just need to, like, have faith in yourself, believe in yourself, know that there is more, okay? And kind of, like, move toward that, okay? So, all right. Others seem to revel in their misery, while you can transcend suffering, unshaken by change, steady in practice and freedom. I'm not making it up. How can I make that up? I can't make it up. Look. Okay? That's what it says. That's what it says. So while everyone else is, like, doing, like, bogged down, and for whatever reason, like, people that have been in corporate for a very long time, you know, like, older folks, they are like, this is the way. Oh my God, let me go. What do you mean that's the way? It's not the way. You're brainwashed. That's not the way. We're not meant to live life like this, okay? You know, in other countries, like, people go out and, like, they can breathe without penalty. Like, I'm just saying. So, while everyone else around you may be reveling in their misery of their job and convincing themselves that this is exactly what they should be doing for the rest of their life, you can transcend suffering, be unshaken by change. And I think that's another thing. Unshaken by change. It may be uncomfortable for you to, like, step, obviously. I mean, I get it. It was uncomfortable for me to be like, I'm gonna quit my job. Now, I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it was uncomfortable for me to be like, I'm gonna quit my job and just figure shit out on my own. The fuck? That's crazy. To the average human, it would be quite, what are you doing? But, it was an uncomfortable change, and I think, like, we need change in order to grow. I'm not saying quit your job. Do not do that if you're not in a space. I'm not telling you to do any of that. I'm gonna make that very clear right now, okay? But yeah, and then study and practice and freedom. You know, you can still have your 9-to-5 job. You can still have your job, and by having like a steady, grounded practice for yourself, where you're able to get out of the house and all of the things to really root yourself, having that steady, like, freedom. I think it's like a practice of freedom outside of, I'm really noticing this, like, fence here. So it's like having that practice of freedom outside of the confines of your job or of school or whatever you're doing. It brings about change. On that card, it's the number 18, actually, which is going to be 9. And when we have 9, we have the breaking of cycles, right? So, yeah, breaking that cycle. And I'm going to grab another sticker for you for whatever odd reason. Okay? Okay. I just saw a cab that went by, and all of the numbers were 4. 444. Stability. This is going to really ground you, root you in stability, having that freedom. And yeah, the second sticker that you have, we have all vibes welcome. All vibes welcome. All vibes welcome. Embrace the sounds around you. If you go out somewhere and you're like, okay, like maybe you have an idea of how you want something to go, but, okay, it may not look exactly how you thought, like how you envisioned for yourself, but it's going to be something so much more abundant. I'll say that. And allow things to just like flow, because you'll be shocked with how much you receive inspiration from it. That's all I get. You got the longest reading. This is almost 40 minutes long. So this is probably going to end up being like a separate video altogether. For whatever reason, my group 3s recently this week, when I've done like pick a card or pick a group, has been much longer. So yeah, that is all I have for you, my beautiful group number 3s. I am sending you so much love always. Please, if you feel called to do so, like, comment, and subscribe if this resonated with you. And I would love to talk to you more in the comments to see how you felt. What did you take from this? And if you are also called to, I will be linking all of my social media handles down below in the description box. So if you want to follow me on my personal Instagram, that will be Auspicious Anise, and then same thing for my personal YouTube. And then I also have my TikTok. I have Auspicious Apothecary, which is, you know, the sister to this channel here, and also Star Spice 3, which is going to be my personal TikTok as well. So I would love to see you over on those other platforms. I'm sending you so much love. Please take rest, take time for yourself, go ground yourself, and I can't wait to actually let me know what grounding activity or what you're going to do this week to ground yourself and to feel more freedom. Yeah, that's all I have for you. I love you so much, and I will see you next time. Mwah. Toodaloo.